Hello and welcome to Unity of Las Vegas, and I personally thank you for being here. You know, we're in for a great service today. Our very own Don Fouts, who is, Don wears several hats. First of all, he is the treasurer of the board, very important position. Also, he is not only a prayer chaplain, but he heads up our prayer chaplain team. Also, he is a facilitator and leader in the Enneagram, which is a wonderful part of our ministry here. Well, he's got a talk today, and it is entitled Mastering Relationships. So open up your minds and open up your hearts to Don Fouts, because he has something very, very special to offer you today. So I want to take a look at the order of service. We have Ira, who will be doing the meditation. Don will be doing the lesson. And Dolores, she will be delivering the special reading. So as we get ready for today, this is what we're looking at. Hey, do you want to master your relationships? This is the place.
Good morning. God bless you. I'm Dolores, and I'm here to do a special reading for the word for today. This special reading is a part of work of the Unity minister, Reverend Robert Brummett. The word for today is radical self-acceptance. The affirmation says that through radical self-acceptance, I am a joy-filled channel of divine love. We all yearn to be loved just as we are. We want to be loved unconditionally. The deepest desire of our hearts is to experience the fullness of God's love, which is freely given. The greatest way to perceive divine love is to be fully open and present in this moment, fully accepting our experience of life right now. Divine love does not leave us, but we leave it every time we abandon the present moment. This is the practice of radical self-acceptance, fully accepting our experience of light right now. It is a form of divine love, the most transformative power there is. The word radical is derived from the word root. We find the love we seek at a very root of every experience. As I bring awareness, acceptance, and open-hearted kindness to each present moment, the quality of that experience brings me to change inside of me. Love takes root and begins to blossom from within me. As I accept myself, I begin to see I am the love I am seeking, a joy-filled channel of ever-present love. This is the experience of radical self-acceptance. The affirmation again says, through radical acceptance, I am a joy-filled channel of divine love.
Thank you, Dolores. Always such a joy to have you around. Well stated. I love the idea of radical self-acceptance. Well, good morning, everybody. Great to see you here as well. We want you to know that we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ consciousness in each of you this morning. If you've yet to do so, Hit those subscribe and notification buttons below and share us with your families and friends, won't you? Now, our song today comes to us from the library of Carole King. Miss King is one of my favorite composers of all time, and I think one of the most prolific songwriters of our generation. This is my version of You've Got a Friend, and I want you to know that you do. Many here, as a matter of fact. So, please enjoy. Namaste.
When you're down and troubled and need some love and care, and nothing, oh, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest nights. Yes, I will. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will, I will. You got a friend. If the sky above you should grow dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together, call my name out loud, and soon I'll be knocking upon your door. Yes, I will. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will, I will. Hey, ain't it good to know you got a friend? Well, people can be so cold, but they'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them. Ah, don't you let them. Oh, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will, I will. Gonna be there. Yeah, yeah. I said, you got the friend, you got the friend, you got the friend, you got the friend, you got the friend. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Thank you, Jim. And I would really like to say that, Jim, you inspire me. And I think that you inspire our entire congregation week to week. My name is Don Fouts. The title of my talk is Mastering Relationships. And I have to admit, I've had my share of failed relationships. In fact, when I came to Unity of Las Vegas in 2011, as I look back on it now, I was pretty much a failure in every relationship I was currently in. We had a deep recession hit the real estate market, and that was my form of work. And so it was a pretty tough time. So how does one go from being a relationship nincompoop, a failure, to being able to share comfortably the subject of mastering relationships? Pay attention, take some notes. There are some beautiful nuggets of information in this talk. Most of us are good in relationship as long as we are getting our needs met. But how are we at treating others with kindness when life puts pressure on us? And do know, life will put pressure on each of us. This subject reminds me of a phone conversation I had with a childhood friend. This conversation I will never forget. My friend Cliff at the time was captain of the fire department in downtown Portland, Oregon. So this is a pretty big, stout guy, and somebody that you can imagine had seen a lot in his work life. But we were on the phone catching up, and in the background, his assertive wife, Lola, was ribbing him about something. In a good-natured way, Lola was heckling him, simply knowing that he was on the phone with me, one of his good friends from high school. And after a minute or so, Cliff said to me, "How do I acquiesce to that?" And here I understood clearly how Cliff was successful in his 30-year marriage to Lola. He was looking for a place to step back and acquiesce to his wife's needs. And acquiesce is related to another relationship quality, empathy. Dr. Judith Orloff is on the clinical faculty at UCLA and is the New York Times best-selling author of The Empath Survival Guide, Life Strategies for Sensitive People. She has this to say: "One of the biggest challenges that human beings face, both personally and globally, is simply learning how to get along. Empathy provides a powerful solution for reaching even the most difficult people. It is key to compassionate communication and melts barriers that stop us from loving." His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, "Empathy is the most precious of human qualities." And Dr. Orloff continues, "When you're coming from a heart-centered feeling of empathy, rather than judgment or anger, others will become more receptive and less rigid in their views. Then it's much easier to find compromises and to get along with each other." So getting along with each other. I often imagine that relationships are typically considered to be a dyad, but in my view, relationships are a triad. For example, and you can see it in this picture, there's me and there's you, and then there's some objective that we have together, and this objective is the third quality of our relationship. And in another view, there is my wife Amy, and there is me, and then there's the relationship, and the three of these energies constitute us. What that brings to me personally is, again, I'm not just acquiescing to Amy's needs. I'm not just trying to get my own needs fulfilled in any relationship. I'm in consideration of what that relationship means and how I can be a better participant in the relationship. My role in order to be successful in relationship is to be like Cliff and find the places where I can acquiesce to in order to meet the needs of the other and the relationship. Divine love, as Dolores has reminded us, requires that we be heartfelt present. In relationship, it helps to be heartfelt present to the needs of the other. Other examples: to be successful in work, I need to be present to the needs of my customers, my coworkers, my manager, and even be present to the goals and aspirations of the company. Success as a parent requires that I be present to the needs of my child, and every parent knows the parent-child relationship has many needs. I have another relationship I would like to share about. This one is with a real-life superhero. His name is Dr. Steve Purdom. Many people have this same relationship. For many people, Dr. Purdom is a hero. Dr. Steve brings Enneagram of the personality to many people through his organization, Enneagram of Las Vegas. I could not speak about success in relationship without sharing the value of what understanding Enneagram can do. Literally, Enneagram has restored my life and saved me from failure in relationships. Steve calls Enneagram making yourself easier to live with. I say that Enneagram is the key that enables one to love your neighbor as yourself. So let's do a brief walkthrough. My personal premise is that nature has configured life in 9 energetic patterns. I mean that. All of nature displays the characteristics described in basic Enneagram descriptors. Human beings and the patterns of behavior and perceptions accurately describes our innate internal responses to life's impulses, including how we behave in relationship. So the 9 types of people. Let's start with personality points 8, 9, and 1. They are contained in the intuitive knowing, or the gut center. The challenger, number 8, motivated by the need to be self-reliant and strong, to make an impact on the world, and to avoid being weak. The challenger intuitively knows where power is, as well as where weakness lies. Number 9, the peacemaker, motivated by the need to keep the peace, merge with others, and avoid conflict. The peacemaker intuitively knows where conflict or chaos exists and instinctively avoids it. The perfectionist, motivated by the need to live life the right way, improve oneself and others, and avoid being wrong. The perfectionist intuitively knows what is right and also what is wrong in themselves and others. And these next 3 personality types lie in the heart center and feel their way through life. Number 2, the helper, motivated by the need to be loved and appreciated and to express positive feelings towards others. The helper has a heartfelt inclination to assist. Number 3, the achiever, motivated by the need to be productive, to achieve success, and to avoid failure. The achiever senses where his or her success lies and consistently moves in that direction. Number 4, the romantic, motivated by the need to understand feelings and to be understood, to search for the meaning of life and to avoid being ordinary. The 4 is most emotionally aware of all the Enneagram types. And the last 3 are described as being head types. These are the thinkers. The observer, motivated by the need to know details and how things work, to be self-sufficient, often gaining strength by being alone. They avoid not knowing the answer or looking foolish through lack of knowledge. And number 6, the questioner, motivated by the need for security, to feel taken care of, and to look out for danger and insecurity for themselves or the groups they belong to. And finally, the 7, the adventurer, motivated by the need to be happy and plan fun things, to contribute to the world, and to avoid suffering and pain. The contribution of knowing Enneagram for relationships is that when we understand our own deepest motivations and we get some clues about the motivations of others, we are more in tune with what their needs are and more able to, again, acquiesce and have empathy for all people. This has been the great savior for me as I considered the number of relationships in my past that I could have done better at. So, in conclusion about the 9 types and relationship success, for those that do achieve an ability to acquiesce to the needs of others, this describes how each personality can be a relationship master. The perfectionist, fair, contentious, conscientious, honest, sincere, thoughtful. And the giver, generous, affectionate, benevolent, warm, earnest. The achiever, charismatic, energetic, engaging, driven, adaptable. The romantic, deep, introspective, passionate, affective, novel. The observer, curious, self-reliant, kind, steady, and non-judgmental. The loyalist, cautious, loyal, devoted, lively, and responsible. The adventurer, whimsical, spontaneous, bright, quick, and exuberant. The protector, dynamic, authentic, purposeful, daring, invested. And finally, the peacemaker, accepting, soothing, supportive, pleasant, and balanced. Here at Unity of Las Vegas, this fall we will be offering some classes. We will be using The Wisdom of the Enneagram by Russ Hudson and the Basics of Enneagram. We look forward to your continued engagement with our church and know that we love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Don. My name is Ira Hilf. This new series by Jim, Lisa, and Don is about reinventing religion. In addition to using leading-edge tools like the Enneagram and shadow work to understand our genetic and environmental predispositions, it also aligns with the ageless wisdom of oneness with everything in the now and our connection as a vast awareness that's not outside of us, that's not separate from us. There's a Buddhist teaching that the smallest quantum particles are bodhicitta, particles of love, and modern physicists are proving the mystics right. Two people can be thought to have become entangled with each other when they fall in love. Modern physicists are observing that subatomic particles can also become entangled with each other at a great distance. Look at this beautiful graphic from NASA that illustrates quantum entanglement. Let's close our eyes now, take a deep breath in, and let it out. Take another deep breath in and let it out as we center ourselves in the one awareness that is all around us. Keep breathing slow and deep. Gently put one of your hands on your physical heart and accept a beautiful healing energy that will open you up to give and receive more love in your life. Gently accept and sink in and feel your whole body marinating in this blessing now. Keep breathing slowly. Now let's gently and slowly and lightly breathe through your physical heart. Feel your breath gently going into and out of your heart. Now, as you maintain a gentle heart focus, recall a time you felt a deep feeling of love. You can think of a baby or a pet and put that thought gently into your heart. I always put the memory of unconditional loving black lab puppy that I raised as a boy. Just put that thought in your heart. This is a heart math technique. If you're sensitive to energy, you can feel the deep warmth of energy all around you. Scientists can actually now measure that energy field around the heart. Keep breathing slowly yet comfortably, and gently observe your mind. Don't try to control the thoughts. If a thought arises, let it go. Watch it move away like a bubble moving up in a pool of water. As a famous Zen master taught, let your thoughts wander in the front door of your mind, and let them wander out the back door. You just don't serve them tea. Continue breathing in a deep, slow manner. In the coherent breathing system, there are 6 zones in the body you can consciously relax that will also relax the autonomic nervous system. These are called the 6 bridges. As you slowly breathe, with your eyes closed, gently relax your eyes and face. Next, relax your jaw muscles, your tongue, and your throat. Now relax your hands and fingers, and this will automatically relax your arms at the same time. On the out breath, relax your hands as if you're dropping pebbles on the ground. Now, as you exhale, relax the diaphragm and breathing muscles. Now relax the entire area at the bottom of your torso, your sit bones and your perineum. Finally, relax your feet and toes and feel your entire body relaxed. Keep breathing. And notice you're aware of your breathing. Now you are gently aware of that awareness. Lightly relax into that awareness now. Just effortlessly be with it. You don't need to grab it or focus on it. You can't find it by focusing attention. Just sit gently in that awareness. So lightly be aware that you're aware of breathing. Now be aware of your eyelids and the orangey red splashes of light on a darker background. Be aware of being aware of your eyelids. What is aware of this experience? Gently sink in to what is aware. Let go and just sit in this awareness. The Indian mystic Nisargadatta said that we are the witness of consciousness, pure awareness. Lightly rest in the pure awareness without efforting. The American mystic Adyashanti said that true meditation is not being aware of objects, but on being awareness, on resting as primordial awareness itself. Now that's one type of meditation, but it's very deep and beautiful. Deepak Chopra has said that God is pure awareness. You need to confirm this on your own, but this is what many mystics have said. Have you ever noticed when you look in a mirror, you feel younger inside than that person you see looking back at you? I submit that perhaps that's because this background primordial awareness is truly timeless and isn't affected by your life actions in this space-time continuum. We're truly cosmic beings. Remember that scientists believe that the atoms in your body are over 13 billion years old, originating from the stars. And that cosmic stardust exists in primordial awareness. That awareness can be thought of as the movie screen on which our life stories are projected. And really, only the now exists, not the past and the future. This is not mainstream religion today, but the idea of being this one awareness and not the little individual I, me, is what mystics of many faiths have arrived at. I'm not some totally awakened soul. I'm just a guy on the path alongside you, but I'm working on abiding more and more in awareness every day. You can do this too, and it doesn't take years of training. Now realize you have Christ mind, Buddha nature, enlightened mind in you right here and right now. It's just obscured by our personalities and the day-to-day I, me thinking. But it is accessible. Zen Master Genpo Roshi has a big mind, big heart process where you go within and access your Christ mind, your Buddha nature, enlightened mind as an inner voice. So let's try that right now. Go within and ask your enlightened mind, what is it that I need to know right now? Now let's slowly come back into your body and very slowly back into the room. Gently open your eyes, but don't grab at the world. Let the world gently come to you as it is manifesting right now. Accept everything that is right now as it is. Accept all the imperfections and duality along with the feeling of sublime, divine awareness. Radically accepting everything as it is right now with compassion, that is big heart. So rest in awareness and accept everything as it is, perfect or not. As Michael Richardson Bourne says, live your life as an invitation to non-separation. Namaste. Have a great day.
Thank you, Ira, for your heartfelt meditation. Well, I just want this point brought out as we have a wonderful midweek service led by Don, and it was on Zoom, so you can ask questions. It's very interactive. It's really more like a fellowship time. It would be good to join us so that we can commensurate together. Next thing I want you to be aware of, if you or somebody that you know is going through some issues, Silent Unity is there to offer prayer 24 hours, 7 days a week. Please utilize them if you're in need. All of your contributions and your donations here are allowing us to broadcast, but also expand this ministry. If you would like to donate, please just go to our website, click on the donate button, or you could donate via phone. All of it is appreciated. So in conclusion now, we're going to close out with our prayer for protection as it comes up on the screen. Let's say it together. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. God bless everyone and have a blessed week.
You just call.